Hello everybody, welcome to my channel as the garden turns. So today is Friday. I have taken some Fridays off here. I still cook, but I haven't been recording. I think I need a little bit of time, you know, just some time. So I'm back. All right, so my sister was saying, you haven't been posting videos. I was like, because I was trying to do my TikTok thing and that's finally taken off. So I'm going to start concentrating on my YouTube again, okay? Because I did start slacking, okay? So we're gonna get right into this recipe, and I am making recipes that are like for two. You can double the recipe if you want to make a bigger batch, but we're gonna be doing recipes for two for the most part. And so in this video, this is gonna be really cool. We're gonna be making a Louisiana Crunch Cake donut, okay, for two. So let's get into making these delicious donuts. So what you see me, what I've added to my bowl already here is 1 tablespoon of soft room temperature butter and 1 egg yolk, room temp as well. Okay, now you're gonna need 3 tablespoons of sugar. 1, 2, 3. All right, so we also have a website, as the garden turns STL.com, where we're gonna be doing tours around St. Louis. That should be really nice. You can sign up for a tour if you're in the St. Louis area. We may be going over to Illinois as well. And those tour dates are going to be coming up soon. They'll be announced. And then I also have shirts for sale. I got shirts made with my As the Garden Turns logo. Can y'all see that? It's really cute. And so I've been really working, but I haven't been on my YouTube game like I should be. Okay. So next you're going to need a teaspoon of vanilla. I like a lot of vanilla, okay? And then you're gonna also need a 1/2 teaspoon of almond extract. Okay? And then you need about 2 tablespoons of buttermilk. Okay, now we're going to blend this together here. Okay, next you need a 1/2 cup of cake flour. A teaspoon here. You're also going to need a 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder. Let's get our 1/2. And then you need an 1/8 teaspoon of baking soda. And then you need a pinch of salt. All right, now you want to blend this together. Okay, so I'm going to add another 1/4 cup of flour. Mix this in well. All right, next I'm gonna scrape down my sides here. And then I'm gonna put a little bit of flour so that we can handle our dough. My husband is coming in. And then we're gonna put this on some plastic wrap, place it in the refrigerator, and allow it to firm up so that we can cut out our donuts. All right, so you see I got my plastic wrap out here. Go ahead and press that down. Max is just not, he ain't in the mood for the playing, you know. My husband, he don't play. All right, so next we're gonna put this in the refrigerator, let this firm up, and then we're gonna cut out and fry our donuts. All right, y'all, now for our donuts here, now you're gonna need about 2 tablespoons of sweetened coconut flake. You see I have that there. About 2 tablespoons of chopped pecans, or pecans, either way, whatever you want to say. And then you also need 2 tablespoons of almonds. Now I use sliced, and then I just basically broke them up with my hand. And so we're gonna put this on an oven safe tray, and I have a little aluminum plate here. And I'm gonna place this in the oven at 350. Let this sit in the oven for about 5 minutes until they get nice and toasty. And then we're gonna let this cool. And this is going to go on top with the glaze on our donuts. Okay, Louisiana Crunch donuts. Okay, now we're gonna make some icing. Okay, so I have my oil on. I'm gonna cut these donuts. Okay, and then I have my nuts. Okay, so this is coconut, almond, and pecans, and they have been toasted. This is what they look like when they come out. And then I just broke them up just a little bit more. But this is the crunch for our crunch donuts. Okay, now we're gonna make this icing. So you need about a cup of powdered sugar and a couple tablespoons of buttermilk. Hey Max, okay, I feel you. Half a teaspoon of vanilla. And then you also need almond extract. You're gonna need about a half a teaspoon of that as well. And then I'm gonna pull those donuts out. We're gonna cut them, fry them up, and then dip them. You know this is Louisiana Crunch Cake.
In a donut.
Yes. Okay, and it's a small batch recipe. So we're going to mix this up here. Okay, so you want this icing to, all of the powdered sugar will melt. And then if you need more liquid, then you need a little bit of warm water. And that's what I have here in this measuring cup. So I'm going to make sure that all my powdered sugar is mixed in. And then I'm going to show you what this looks like. Okay, so here is our dough. So I floured my surface here. And I'm taking my dough out. I'm going to flop that in the flour. So I think I'm just going to cut these. What do you think? Instead of like, should I use a cookie cutter on them and make them perfectly round or what?
Well, you got like, how big you trying to make them?
I don't know. They just,
if you cut it in just
because
like
they could be like logs, or we can use a cookie cutter and cut out little donut holes, because I got cookie cutters.
Yeah, because I already.
So let me go get some cookie cutters. Okay, now I have my cookie cutter. I'm just gonna cut out donut holes. And this is about, what, about an 1/8 inch thick? Or a fourth, it's probably about a 1/4 inch. It's about a 1/4 inch.
Right. That's perfect.
It is a perfect circle, babe.
Right.
Yeah. That's my husband. Okay. So we want to get these cut out. And once you get them cut out, you can actually re-roll your dough, the remaining dough, and then just cut them out until all the dough is gone. So what is our temperature on our oil right now?
It be about 350. It is about 260 right now.
All right, so let me get these cut out, and then we're going to fry them up. Okay, so after you cut the donuts out, you want to take a knife and go across the top, because it's going to expand in the oil, and then it'll be a controlled, expansion instead of it just cracking. And so that's how when you see those sour cream donuts and they have the little slices in them.
Yeah.
That's what that is.
Oh yeah, well they have a little kind of extra crusty part.
Yeah.
Get exposed.
They slice it so it don't like just burst.
Oh, so it goes into that crevice slowly. And instead of bursting, it just ingenious. Yeah. Well, you learned to bake good, didn't you?
I can't.
I'm just saying.
Okay.
You did that.
Where's Max? Max! Get him, man! He tripping over here. Get him! You get him right now. Thank you. Thank you, man.
Sorry,
good boy. Give me kisses.
Get him off.
You give me kisses. Thank you. All right. Okay, because he is a guard dog. He'll tear you one.
Now you say, okay, I'll give you one kiss too. So now everybody, he's like the law around here.
Thank you, sweetheart. All right. Boy, you don't mess with Max. All right. Okay, so my oil is hot. So I'm going to start dropping in my donuts. Okay, so I'm going to let that fry on both sides. Okay, so now we're going to take these out. Those are soft.
Oh,
okay.
Beautiful.
Let them see those.
Oh, and they smell so good. Oh, man.
All right, so I'm going to get all of these out, and then I'm going to do the last 3 that I have here.
They smell fluffy.
Watch your finger.
I got it. They back here, under the paper towel.
Okay, all right, there they all are. All right, I'm going to let those cool just a little bit while I fry up the last 3.
Oh, man.
Okay, so next, I'm going to first put a little bit of nuts on here. Then I'm going to seal it on with some, you see what I'm doing?
Oh, okay. Right. So you got the glaze with the crackly in it. That's how, okay.
Just put a little bit of icing. And then that'll cover your whole donut here. If you just, you know, spoon it over the top.
Right. Almost like a bundt cake.
And then that way you don't have to dip it, you know, because they're really nice and soft. Can you turn those for me, babe?
Oh, yeah.
And then once we get the glaze on, then you're going to put on some more nuts. See? Just a little bit like that. Just like that.
On top. Oh, look at these. This boy smell like Hostess on Sunday morning.
Do it?
I ain't trying to, you know.
You ain't trying to what?
I ain't trying to talk about nothing like that. You know, people's brands and everything.
Oh. Okay, so you see how I did that? I'm just putting a little bit of nuts on top and then sealing it on with the icing.
About there. Maybe a little more on that
Okay.
side.
Let me get this. Some more nuts.
About there. Yep.
Okay.
Thanks.
Okay, so now I'm going to let these set, and then we're going to get the rest of these donuts out, finish them up, and then we're going to try them live.
Oh, here we go.
We're going to do it live.
We'll do it live.
Okay. Okay, so I'm putting my last layer of icing. So I put nuts, icing, nuts, and then I'm going to seal this in with a little bit more icing. Because, you know, the crunch cake don't have pieces of nuts that be just hanging out, you know?
Right.
They be under icing.
It's sealed under.
Okay. What you think?
I think they look beautiful. I can't wait to get my hands on them.
That's enough.
I'm talking about the
That's not
donuts.
what you're talking about, sir. Here come Matt. Boy, Max be on them, baby. Boy.
I'm talking about the donuts.
Boy, he don't want to hear anything.
Look, he said, if I have to come out here again.
Yeah.
He said, 3 calls, that's it. I'm tired of playing with y'all.
Wow.
I'm sorry, man.
Thank you, man. Boy, he be on them, baby.
All right.
Okay, y'all, so we're going to do a really quick walkthrough, show y'all what we got growing out here. So we put most of the cold tolerant or frost tolerant plants out into the garden already. And then my husband did each bed with, what did you do, babe?
So we did compost, we did animal manure, soil conditioner, and eggshell, ground up eggshell for the calcium. So
they are loving it though.
They love it. It's full of worms. That means it's rich.
So look at these. These are the kamatsunas that we had growing in the greenhouse. Look how big they've gotten.
Yeah, so
they're
that's
huge.
Japanese mustard greens, and yeah, they getting big quick. And they had their first full rain.
Yes.
They had a good soaking rain. The rain has different minerals in it than just hose water.
It makes them like get a nice growth spurt.
Right. So because it has all the different minerals. So they got their first full soaking rain a couple days ago. So yeah, everything's good, looking good.
You can see the endive. We got endive planted down there as well.
Those there.
Yeah, and those are getting pretty big. So I cover these so that the rabbits don't eat them. That's all that is. And then I've been spraying them with the BT spray to keep all of the cabbage moths.
The pests, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so over here.
Well, you forgot the potatoes. The potato bed ain't came up yet, but this is the potato bed.
Yeah.
When I got them all planted in the ground, so we put a little brick wall around it.
And then we got sunflowers.
And we got sunflowers. See, there's one there. But that was one we found that had grown itself.
And we
transplanted it. But it'll be a sunflower wall around this whole fence. It'll be a natural fence.
Here.
Yeah, and around here.
And back there, too.
It's going to be a natural sunflower fence. That's going to be about probably 6 to 12 feet tall, 13 feet tall.
And then back here, we got some more Kamatsuna in the front. Those are going to be really big and cute. And then in the back, we have King Tut purple peas. And they are doing great. I started those in the greenhouse as well. And the this is the perfect time to plant your peas outside. They love the cooler temps that spring will bring.
They already starting to, see these little spindles? They use these to catch on to things. These little spindles. See, it's already starting to vine.
It starts to grab out and
they
reach
already
for it.
See, it got spindles on all of them, and they reaching for the fence.
Yeah, those are King Tut purple peas. We're gonna be eating some peas soon.
And underneath is the sugar cane.
Yep.
It may grow, it may not.
We'll see. So you see that what's back there? Back here we got cauliflower. Let me show you one of those. Underneath there is cauliflower, and those are looking really good. Okay. And then we also have some more of the Kamatsuna, and then there are collard greens over here. That's one of them back there. Okay, so let's keep going. All right, so this is gonna be a sunflower bed. We did sow some sunflower seeds in here. And then the little holes that you see are gonna be where the ones that I'm growing in the greenhouse are gonna go.
So they're gonna be staggered.
So it's gonna be, it's gonna be really cute. It's gonna be a whole tall wall,
big wall
of
sunflowers that
yes.
you can literally hide behind. It'll be about 12 feet tall.
Yep, so you won't be able to see out of the fence. Okay, now this we haven't done anything, but we did get it like reconditioned. Okay, so at the end of each of the gourd archway, we have
this is
endive.
2 lettuces.
And they look great. They're looking good. Now over here, I put some sedum, and it's from my grandmother's garden. So hopefully this is going to take root and then grow and cover up this area right here by the greenhouse. This should be cute.
So this is a legacy plant. This is
from my
2
grandma.
generations. Your mother had some of it, and your grandmother had some. So this is a legacy plant. This is the 3rd generation of this plant. It's
this one.
We carried it with us from her grandmother's property,
which they tore down. So
so we have a piece of her grandmother here.
Yes.
So this is a 3rd generation legacy
and
plant.
It's everywhere too.
And once it takes, it just is like a carpet.
Yep. Okay, so then we got greens in our pots here. We got some Kamatsuna, collard greens, spinach, kale, spinach, and Kamatsuna. Okay.
And more mustard greens.
Yep. And then I got some bells of Ireland in the pot here. And then over here, we have, this is Chinese cabbage or Napa cabbage. And then I have more of my endive planted here. So once it starts to grow in, I'm going to update you guys. And then over here, this is where my husband was eating his nice spinach. It's coming in great. And as he said, it's really sweet because it was out here during the cooler days. And so when it's cooler, it makes it sweeter.
It was so good.
Yes.
My forearms got big.
He's crazy. And then over here we got a bee. But this is kale. And this is looking magnificent. Okay. And then we have my poppy bed, which there are poppies growing in here. And then I have my herb bed over there. I'm going to show you guys later. You can see the rainbow. Okay. This is going to be, I don't know what I'm necessarily going to put in here yet. One of the hives. Okay, this is a new bed that I put in. And it's going to have giant sunflowers. And then I have spinach and kale along the front and collard greens. It's spinach, collard greens, kale, collard greens, kale, collard greens. And that's what's in this bed here. So that's what we got going so far. And then we got rows of sunflowers here too. So
this will be a sunflower bush.
Yes, it's going to be beautiful.
Between.
And then also some straw flowers are going to be coming in here because I put down some straw flower seeds. But yeah, that's what we got going so far. All right, to follow the progress, don't forget to like, share, and
subscribe.
Okay, so now we're going to try a piece of this donut. Look at that.
Fluffy.
That's Louisiana Crunch Cake.
It just crumble away. You know, it's just so tender. The cake so tender. It's just like a little snowfall.
That's
you
good.
know how you just move snow to the side? It just disintegrates so tender.
This is delicious, y'all.
Wow. That's my new favorite donut.
Wow, really?
That's it.
Y'all got to try this recipe. This is good.
I don't play with that. That's my new favorite.
Louisiana Crunch Cake donut holes. I mean, these are amazing.
Just delicate, little crunchy, good. I mean, it just it just when you bite it, just poof, just like powder.
Yeah.
So tender.
And this is a recipe for 2. These are delicious, y'all. You got to try this recipe. If you love Louisiana Crunch Cake.
If you love donuts.
This is it. Oh my gosh. Okay. All right. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
I'm still mesmerized.
These are great. All right, y'all. Wow.